Hi, I'm Linda Nitzen with Sizzix. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Santa Elf Reindeer by Jennifer Jangles. 3 great softies, 1 fantastic die. Here they are. Let me introduce you to them. Santa Claus, his sidekick reindeer, and his trusty elf. If you notice the pieces, the backgrounds are about the same, right? The legs and the arms are the same. The ears on the reindeer and the elf are the same, just positioned differently on the softie. And then the buttons, so we've got a circle here, the nose here, also makes the hat circle pom-pom, makes the cheeks also. And then we have a smaller, which will make the reindeer bells and the buttons on the elf. So the band for the belt makes the band for the hat, makes the band for the hat. So you see a lot of common shapes here. Depending on which softie you want to sew will depend on what shapes you put your fabric onto on the die. So today I want to focus on just the Santa Claus. So we're going to move the elf and the reindeer. Once you get one of them down, the instructions are on the inside of the packaging and online for written instructions, but we'll just show you how to do this, the Santa Claus today. So let's move these 2 out of view. And let's start loading up some of the fabric onto the die. So the tricky part really is the body, because we've split apart the face portion and his body red suit portion. But the die has 1 rectangle on it. So when I take my shapes, I want to take 2 1/4 inches off the edge of the die. Doesn't matter if you use the trailing or the leading edge, just make sure you're consistent with it. And put a piece of scotch tape, painter's tape, washi tape, doesn't matter, it won't hurt the die at all, but then you can line up your fabric up to it so you know where you need to cut. So I'm going to take a piece of fabric and I'm going to go, I know this is measured down 2 1/4 inches, so I'm going to lay my bottom portion over that by about 1/4 inch, okay? And I'm going to lay that one there, and then I'm going to lay my flesh color over that, because that's where I'm going to sew. Now you can't see it here, so I'm going to flip him over, and you see how you attach his suit to his hairline here, and it's the same on the other side, but his beard is covering that up. So I want to overlap, and then I'm just going to use that same running stitch across here, and I want to save enough room where it's going to make it easy enough for me to sew. So let's see, if I work down the die a little bit, well, it looks like I've got enough to make 2 heads if I wanted to, or 2 faces. So let's just give that a trim off the top here, and then I can save that for another that I wish to make in the future. Okay, so we're just going to put this one on the edge here. And then just like with any other cutting, I'm going to need a cutting pad for the top and a cutting pad for the bottom. And I push that into my Big Shot Plus machine. You do need a Plus machine to cut out these shapes. A Plus or a Pro machine, I should have said. When I'm making the pieces, I do need 2 of the suit portion. I need 1 of the face portion in the flesh fabric and 1 of those in the white fabric to use as his hair. I'll need 2 bands in the white for his hat topper. I need 2 out of the black to make his belt. I need 1 buckle. I need 8 legs and arms. So they're front and back here, so 2, 4, 6, 8. And then I need 2 hats, 2 tassels, and 1 beard. All right. I have already sewn up some pieces for you. So I have arms and legs already. And I have the body portion already. So you're going to layer up the pieces, and you're going to do the same thing for the front, but I've already sewn together the back side. The suit, you're going to lay the belt portion over the top of that. The suit part goes on top of the flesh, or for the front side would be the flesh portion. For the back side would be his hair. And then you need the hat portion, and the band over that makes the fluff around his band on the hat. Okay, I have already sewn the legs and one arm, so I can show you how to sew the one arm. It's very simple. You lay them right sides together. You don't have to sew the portion here, the top. You're just sewing around the U or the curve shape. I do use matching thread, and I do want a knot at the end of my thread. And I do make my legs first, my arms and legs, and that way they're just out of the way. So I'm just going to take the two pieces, get my knot in there, and then I'm just going to do a nice stitch. Now you could do an overcast stitch, or you can just do a running stitch. So once you get to the end of that, just go ahead and give that a quick knot. You're not going to see the knot in the inside. It's going to be covered up. Just give it a quick knot. All right, let's get the thread off on that. Okay, so you're going to repeat that for the arms and the legs. All right, and then we're going to put those aside for now. Now let's work on the face. So we have the suit and the top, the face. We need to build up for the hat. And we're just overlapping those enough to put the seam allowance in. Then we want the beard on. So we're going to sew this down first. You're not going to see the back side of this. So again, you're just going to do that running stitch, make your knot. I'm going to put one pin here just to hold it into place. Let's put two in, just along that line. And then we're going to go up from the bottom and just do your running stitch. Okay, when you come to the end here, you're going to want to just knot that off. And I always go through that twice just to make sure it doesn't come off. All right. Okay, now we need to add the hat section. So when I attach the hat, I want to make sure that the dangle ball on the hat is facing the same direction. So I'm going to flip the completed backside onto the table. So this is my inside where the fluff is going to go. And then I'm going to place that on top of, just for alignment, and I want to make sure that my hat will line up on top. Now it doesn't matter if this piece is facing this direction for the overlap or whether his head is overlapping, because it will get covered up by his beard. So don't be concerned about that. Okay, I just want to make sure that we're going in the same direction. So then I'm going to line up a couple of pins just to hold that hat in place while I sew it. So just a little bit of an overlap, about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. All right, I'm just going to start at the end here. And I'm just going to do that same simple running stitch all the way down to connect the hat to the face portion. This is what your finished front should look like now that we have all the stitching done. So if you remember, we have the suit with the face, and then we put on the hat, put on the beard, put the trim on the hat, put the belt and the buckle, the nose and the eyes. Next, let's sew on the pom-pom for the hat. So I've begun sewing around the outside with that same running stitch. And when I get close to all the way around here, I'm going to open that up and place the end of the hat right inside. And we're going to continue sewing so that we catch the end of that hat into, but not through your fingers. And it does get a little thick during that part. If you need a thimble, just put a thimble on. Okay, when you get to that last stitch, you're just going to want to knot that through on the back side. All right, next we want to assemble the rest of our Santa Claus. So his arms should be above his belt line, but below his beard. And his legs should tuck right inside here. You want them not next to the edge. So you don't want them too close together in the center, and you don't want them all the way to the edge. So I'd say about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch from the edge. And I would like to put a couple of little pins in there just to make sure that they stay in place. And I've just tucked them in a good 1/2 inch there. Make sure that they're even. Last thing you want is for him to have one leg longer than the other. And then same with the arms. Tuck that back in with a pin. Okay, now I would like to sew around him in red for his hat in his suit. But when I come to the white part of his hat trim and his beard, I want to sew in white. And you're doing that same running stitch all the way around. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to bury the knot inside. And just make sure that your face all lines up on the edge there, and then just start sewing that same running stitch all the way around. Now I haven't put any stuffing in him yet. We're going to wait until we get about 3/4 of the way completed, and then we'll put some fluff in. Now that I've sewn all the way around the perimeter of the hat and the red of his suit and the white of his beard on one side, I left the one beard side open so that we can stuff some fluff in there. So let me get my stuffing tool out, and with little pieces at a time, you're going to begin stuffing into the hat area first. Get that past there. There we go. And into the hat. And we're going to gently stuff that in. We don't want to overly stuff him. Once we have enough in the hat, then you're going to start stuffing from the bottom of his suit. Okay, once you have all of the fluff to the desired fullness, then we're going to finish off sewing that up with some white thread. I'm going to bury the thread here in between. And then just like I've done before, it's that same running stitch. And when I come through the front there, I just make sure that I'm tucking through the same stitches that I've used with the beard. It tends to hide too many over stitches, so you don't see as many on the front. And I'm just going up to the top here, just past the trim up to the red. It does get rather thick for all the layers, so just be careful. And we'll knot that off on the back. So there is our super cute Santa.